It's Kyrie. Yes, if you don't know me, get to know me, people. I am here back again. If you don't know, this is my very first first interview with the legend himself, Ervin. Ervin is, I don't know what you would call him. He's an artist with many genres, many styles. At first, I thought it was deathcore, but he's got a plethora of styles, genres, and talents within himself, which we're going to dive into and know a bit more about him. But we are doing a full interview of Ervin, a full circle, because we've just had a brief chat about it, because he was my very first one. Guys, if you want to go see the original one, links in the description. Technology wasn't really on my side, so unfortunately, it wasn't the best interview in the world because I wanted things to be better visually. But look how far we've come. He's done so well with his career, which we're going to dive into. I finally got the equipment that I need to make my interviews a lot better, finally. And we're just going to keep on
Yeah.
rolling with these interviews, people, to see how far we can take it. So, Irvin, if you'd like to introduce yourself to the community out there and your fan base, yeah, say hello.
Hi, what's up? I'm Ervin. I am very happy to be here again after a year. Yeah, it's exciting, man, for sure.
Yeah. So Urban, people, if you don't know, Urban is Hungarian, so he's from Hungary. I've got a lot of Hungarian supporters, so guys, please check out this interview. It'd be nice to obviously get the Hungarian supporters to obviously check out his music. But Urban, what you have released, and we're going to discuss about your music, is your first official album, if I'm correct, like, or your first debut album. Anything I do say within the interview, please correct me. So I just wanted to discuss about the process of creating it. What sort of like genres and styles did you decide to go with when creating the album, or what sort of creative ideas did you have that you thought, you know what, I like to portray this image when creating the album?
That's an interesting question. So this album basically is a like a compilation of songs that I have done throughout the years of writing music. Uh, for example, we have the song 2011 on track 7, I think. That is like my first ever song that I've written. I was around like 10 or 11, 12 years old, something like that.
Wow.
And yeah, I've written that song uh, about my grandmother who unfortunately passed away. That's what the
Oh,
song is about.
oh, rest in
And
peace.
yeah, so I wrote that, and obviously I was way too young. My voice was like super high, and I just I didn't want to because I think that's a very very good song, and I didn't want to release it too young because then they might not take it too seriously,
Mm,
because I don't you just simply can't release good music as like a little boy. That's not really how it works,
fair.
unfortunately. So I was holding that song until the right moment, and I thought that now I have the voice, I have the ability to record the song, to produce it and everything the way I want it to sound like.
Mm,
And so basically, yeah, that's like 8, 9 years old, that song.
mm.
And yeah, all the other songs, but most of the songs are recent songs, so not all songs are old songs. But yeah, there are a couple of songs that are, you know, written few years back. And then uh, the rest of the songs are basically um, so in the beginning of 2024, like yeah, I'd say beginning,
Mm.
I had a breakup,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that basically gave me the I wouldn't say power, but gave me the what's that word, man?
Like, you can say motivation, but like, I guess I'm trying to figure out the word. Like, courage in some form of way. Something like
Yeah, yeah,
courage.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, to write songs in this pop and rap genres again. And yeah, so because in 2024, no, 2023, I was really hooked on deathcore, and that's basically all I wanted to do, all I wanted to write. And I was just doing Pandora stuff and all that. And then I don't know, after a while it got a bit too much. I would say too yeah. And especially with a breakup, like most breakup songs are pop songs,
Mm.
obviously. So I didn't really want to write a
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing, saying I miss you and stuff. So I was like, okay, let's try something else. And then after one or two songs, I felt like, yo, I really like doing this. I like doing music in in these styles, and yeah, that's kind of how it started.
Mm.
And then after a while, I just noticed that okay, I want to do like a lot more songs with these styles and genres.
Mm.
So after a while, it got to a point where I was like, okay, let's just make a whole album with these songs, basically.
Okay,
And yeah,
so is all about basically just creating music that you found a new love in. How do I word it? And you found something like interesting with different genres you were playing around with. So the whole album in itself is just you liking or creating different music in different styles and like expanding more into it. And then you got that one type of song which I think you said was called 2011, which
yeah,
is
yeah,
about your grandma. Is there any
yes.
other songs in there that are? I know you say you obviously had your breakup, but is there any other songs in there that have like historical meaning towards it, like the grandma, or is it mainly just the one song and the rest of it is just more so like about the breakup?
I'm thinking. Uh, Yeah, most of the songs are yeah about the breakup and just fun love kind of songs where
Mm.
like that we can dance the
Yeah.
night away and stuff like that. And yeah, well, track 6 is Ecstasy. That is obviously about me and my you know you can guess it by the
Yeah,
title.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
about yeah, and it's more about getting off it. Like I
Fair,
have a history with the thing that we do not name,
fair, fair,
and yeah, the other all the other songs are just breakup and love songs, I think.
fair,
And
fair.
then there are like one or two like crazier rap songs
Mm.
where it's just about like you suck, I'm good, that's all.
Yeah, yeah.
Typical hard-hitting rap songs.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. Like, especially like if you're in a when you do break up with someone, it makes sense. Your emotions are very like high, so you gotta push that emotion somewhere. A lot of people may do it in fitness. A lot of people may do it in like arts. Like, let's say they do arts of like actual physical painting or something like that. Some people might do gaming. Like, they might have something to obviously clear their mind and push that energy somewhere else, but you have the music, so it makes perfect sense. If it was quite recent within that period and that's when the album started, you would be just talking about that and then you would be discussing about that. So no, that makes perfect sense. And you said your I was gonna ask this later, but you brought it up about what is it, dancing the night away. I've probably said the lyrics completely wrong, but you did create your very first like proper music video, which
Yes,
obviously,
yes.
yeah, I was gonna go into a little bit later, but I'll jump into it now because you mentioned it. How was that like? Like, when creating it, what was it like? Is it something that you think, like with the music you're gonna start releasing, is it something that you think I want to start focusing more on music videos and see if I can maintain on my YouTube channel music video like launches like regularly, or are you gonna kind of like do it now and then but still keep up with the lyric videos? Like, just how was it
No,
for
no,
you?
no, no. Yeah, for sure. I want to do more music videos. I wanna start doing them a lot now, because I would have done it like a long time ago, but I didn't really have the crew yet. And
Mm.
now I met people uh, that are great, and they're very helpful, supportive, and yeah, they basically do it for the love, and
Ah.
that's what I like. That's what I like. It's not because I had people. I've met people over the years, and I always ask them if you want to do like a music video or something like that, and it was always a very very super pricey thing to do,
Mm.
and with these new people, it's way easier because yeah, they aren't doing it for money. They just want the experience and the love and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
nice.
a great yeah. So with these people, I think it will be something that I will start doing more, a lot more. Yeah.
Mate, your support system, like just from what I've seen, and especially that music video, guys. If you want to know anything about the music video or the album we are discussing, I'm gonna leave links in the description all for you, so you can go definitely check it out for Ervin. But when I watched it, to me, I was just so surprised with like you actually have a strong crowd. You have really have strong people there really supporting you. Like I'm not sure if everyone in the audience is obviously maybe you know when some people get friends of friends to get involved. I'm not sure if it's like people just got friends of friends. But when you see parts of it in the music video, you see the same people there in like one scene, and then you see the same people in another scene. So it just shows to me like you really have like a nice like really strong community that really support your music and like really want you to go further. And it's very hard in this industry, especially like in the UK, to have a lot of that. So I commend
Yeah.
you, man. Like, how does that feel? Like, what is it like when you have that support? Because the video's been doing amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, it obviously feels amazing. I am very happy and glad that I have this. But it's also a lot of work to get to a point where people, follow you and like the stuff you do, and like long time long time ago, a few years ago, whenever I had released a music video or anything, I would have to message friends about it, like, yo, check out my new music video or check out my new song and stuff like that, and then maybe they will check it out or something. And now I'm at the point where I don't need to do any of that. I just post it
Nice.
on my story, and then a lot of people will just check it out, which is obviously way better and
Yes.
easier for me also.
Yes.
And yeah, but it all comes from, I guess, the shows that we do with any of my band. I don't know. It's always like there are new people there, and then those people, follow the band
Mm.
and then follow me or whatever, and then they, I guess, check out all my other stuff that I do or done, and yeah, eventually they I don't know, they get to a point where they want to go come again and again and again, and
Mm.
it's pretty good.
No, that's amazing. That's what you want. That's exactly what a
Yeah, yeah.
musician wants with their career. They don't.
Yes, yes.
I'm a big advocate, and I learned this from a friend that told me. I don't speak to him no more, but he's a very good guy. Who was like, it's all right. Like he said, basically he said we can be friends, but we don't have to like the same thing. And I never really thought about that until like he said it, and then I was like, you know what, that's a bit of a surprise, because then from that point onwards, I stopped like with the whole YouTube stuff I do as well, and like you with your music. You said, you know how you went, I used to message people, now I don't no more. I remember I used to do that as well. Now I've gotten to a point where I just do what I do, and the people that actually like you will come to you. Like you don't have to force that. There's other people that are interested in what you're interested in, and when they find you and when
Yeah,
you find them, it's just a nice sort of blessing. And you can, as you said, you just push and progress. You post things out, people watch it. You don't have to try no more, and it takes a bit of pressure off you. And you can still be friends with some of those people if you want to. It's up to you, but you can still be friends with those people because you can just be friends. It took me a long time to figure that out. So it's nice that you got your community like that. Which leads to my next question about bands, because you said a lot of live performances you do. A lot of people probably don't know this. You are in two bands as well as running your own career. So I just want to discuss about how how do you do it in a way? Like how do you keep the motivation, or how do you like find time? Because you got the live performances as you have been doing. I've seen on your social media with like Pandora Curse as well as Komodo Band. Like how are you pushing yourself with your own career and then finding a time to still push those two bands? And bear in mind, you've done a lot in 2024 because, as you just said, you've been growing. So, how are
yeah.
you doing it? How are you still pushing that? And how is the band becoming what they're becoming?
Um, it's hard, man. It's obviously a lot of work, especially, doing this next to a job, and and school and stuff. So it's I don't
Wow.
have a lot of time to rest, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah. You were saying motivation. I guess it comes from like you remember the last interview we were talking about High Night, my first band.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it all comes back to that, I guess, because whenever I do one thing at a time, like High Night, for example, when I was in High Night, that was my only project. So I didn't do any solo, I didn't do any other bands and stuff like that. So I got super bored after like a pretty short amount of time,
Mm,
and that's like a problem for me in general. It's not just music, anything. I get bored very fast with anything
mm.
I do. So I kind of have to have more in front of me
Okay.
for yeah, for me to enjoy them for a longer period of time. Because like I don't know, whenever I sing in Komodo, it's way different than when I'm doing Pandora's Curse, and obviously both of those are super different that to the solo project,
Mm,
and that's kind of what keeps me going, I guess, in a way. It's very tiring, but at least I don't get bored of them or
mm.
tired of them fast.
That's
So
understandable.
yeah,
That makes a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
sense. It's like what I wanted to expand on with that, with what you're saying, because Pandora Curse also released an EP in 2024, and then you had your if I think I've pronounced it wrong, but Komodo band released their very first music video. So
yes.
how do you find time for that? I know you said you just, like you don't like you just got to keep on moving and you keep on like working and you don't like not having something to do because you get bored. But like having that music video and the EP and your own album, as you said, you work, you go to school. Like, how are you doing it?
I don't know. I just do uh things after each other. I don't that's exactly how I do it. I don't rest. That's my explanation. Basically, like I released the Lost Soul album in this month, January. So it's not it hasn't even been a month, but I'm already working on the next Airbnb album. And I already have like a couple ideas written down, not too anything special,
Mm,
but there are already ideas that are I might keep them because they are pretty good.
mm.
But yeah, so like 2 weeks since the album came out, I think, yeah, and I'm already doing the next thing. So that's basically how we do it. No resting.
Wow, wow, fair. It's like there's have you I'm not sure if you've seen it, but on my like social media, I see a lot of stuff from like these creators from like America, where they people take snippets of what they say, and one of the things they say is being obsessed with your work. They're like if you're obsessed
Yeah,
with it, then you're gonna actually get results. Like if you're constantly thinking about it, constantly doing something, it's gonna pay off basically. And the way you are, obviously, how you're just constantly do like focusing and focusing and focusing, making sure you're putting the work in and there's no resting. It has to pay off. The hard work has to pay off. Like it's not something that's not possible. People work hard and you get something back. So I just hope, well, 2024 has been fantastic for you. So I just hope 2025 gets even better. And then 2026 and 2027, you never know where it can lead you. And then you can start making a full
yeah.
time career out of this. It'll be amazing if you can do that. Well, it's not amazing if, it's all about when. I've got to start saying that a lot more. It's all about when it happens. But for yourself, you obviously discuss about live performances. So I just want to dabble into like your whole career of 2024. When we spoke a little while back, at the beginning of 2023, I remember seeing a picture on your Instagram, and I don't know if you have 100% told me exactly yourself that you had like continuous like events and shows and like performances that you had like one after another, one after another, one after another. How's
Yeah,
that
yeah.
whole experience been? Because you said just previously, because you go to these shows, people start to follow you, and obviously people start to check you out. So how has that improved you as an artist, and how has that experience been out through all of 2024?
2024 was really amazing with shows. I think I counted last time that in 23 I had 13 shows whole year, and
Mm.
then 24 I had around 36 or 7.
Oh
So it's
wow.
almost triple. Yeah, and that's very super. That's crazy, crazy. And yeah, so that's it was also super tiring because obviously doing shows it's not the easiest thing.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
very yeah, it's very fun, but it gets tiring after a while,
Mm.
especially if you're playing like more shows a week and even in the weekend, like if you play 2 shows in a row, that's yeah, tiring.
Mm.
And yeah, but it was pretty good, especially because I don't know, I got into Komodo the beginning of the year, around February, I'd say. And then in May we started playing shows. Yeah,
Mm.
in May. From February to May, we were, rehearsing and learning all the songs together because it wasn't only me who was new to the band, it was also the drummer. We had like a half of the band was, changed and
Ah, okay.
yeah, yeah, and new. So me and the drummer didn't obviously we didn't know the songs yet, and we had to learn them. So those 3 months were basically just full on rehearsing. And
Wow.
then May was our first show, and then from then we played a lot since. And yeah, basically most shows were with Komodo in 24 for sure.
So, what is like, what does a normal week look to you? If you were actually, let's say you've had, let's say, I'm just trying to make something up. Let's say you had like 3 shows that one week, and you had to still work on your own sort of like content of music. You still had like rehearsals with your band or getting ready for like your 2 bands, as well as like your school and your work. Like, how does that look like for you? What does a normal week look like for you?
Uh, Chaos, a lot of chaos. No, but yeah, well, uh, the the good thing is that I am only working as a student, so I don't have to work 5 days,
Ah,
a
okay,
week. Yeah, so that makes it easier. But yeah, I work like 3 days in a week.
okay,
I go to school from Monday to Friday, but it's a sound technician school, so
fair.
it's also way easier because we go there, we have like 2, 3, 4 hours of sitting there, and then we can go do whatever.
Mm,
So my weekdays are normally school first. After school, I either go home or I go to a rehearsal, something like that. And whenever I reach home, I either try to sleep, but I can't, so I
yeah,
start writing music, or I continue writing music, or yeah. And then I try to have my schedule like 1 or 2 day, no, one day free when
mm,
I can record something, and then I normally record like around Sunday, I'd say. And then Friday, Saturday, I normally play concerts or
wow,
work if I don't have a show.
wow. That's just that's so hectic. But you're doing it. You're doing it. You're still here. Do you ever have time to eat at all? Does it?
No, I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't breathe, man, nothing.
But mate, you're living. I guess this is the dream. Like this is the dream we want. You know what I mean? Like we work this hard so then we can start living it in our later lives. All the hard work you're
Yeah,
doing, eventually, well, all the hard work you're doing will 100% pay off. But there's gonna be a time where you're gonna probably be able to like control your days better, control when things can be done, and then you could kind of sit back and obviously have those few days to yourself. But the grind is what they call it. The grind is the worst. It's just the worst feeling in it. It's the journey, but
yeah,
end of the day, it's that mindset to be like, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. This is what I love, and because you love it, that's why you keep on doing it. I don't know if you want to
yeah.
say something upon that, but yeah, I just thought I'd preach that.
Yeah, it's that's all. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Grind until you make it, and then it's easier.
Yeah, facts, facts. Now with your Pandora Curse with that group, I wanted to go into like because I feel like if I've got this correct, there was a guest on your EP. So I just want to know like as well as you performing on these events that I saw on your Instagram and what you've just discussed and all these live shows, is the guest or like features that you were like going to expand into in 2024? Because we had a brief chat at the beginning of like 2024, I think, and you were like saying to me, "Hey, I've got connections with this like artist from somewhere, but I feel like obviously it's gonna open more doors for me, and I feel like I'm gonna connect and hopefully start um, doing more features and more collabs with different people." So I just wanted to expand on like just that in itself. Like, how's 2024 been with communicating with different artists? Have you had a chance to collab with more than just one? And then the Pandora Curse EP, you had a chance to obviously do a song with a particular artist like, and from a particular band. So, what was that experience like? So, two questions: like, have you expanded into more than just that one artist? And what was it like collabing with that one artist?
We are talking about Greg from Shrine of Malice, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, all right. Yeah, it was super wild, first of all, because I was first a huge fan of his music. So I remember uh it wasn't even too long ago. It was like 2 years ago, I think, when I was listening to my deathcore playlist, and yeah, I got sick of it because I was listening to it in on repeat, and then yeah, and I remember like, fuck, I'm tired of listening to Lorna Shore 24/7, man. Like
Yeah.
they're amazing, but I want something new, you know. And then I uh searched for more, you know, modern deathcore artists and stuff. I found a playlist from someone that had like pretty good songs and
Mm.
stuff. And then whenever it came to Shrine of Melissa's, I'd like to say no, it wasn't Beelzebub. Which song was it? Uh, anyway, a song of Shrine of Malice.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was just simply, I was just blown away. Like, holy fuck, man, that guy is crazy, and they are
Mm.
insanely good. I yeah, and then they came, they became one of my favorite bands
Oh, cool.
in deathcore. Yeah, and then I started following them all on Instagram, wherever, YouTube and stuff. And one someday I saw Greg, I don't know, posting something on his story
Mm.
that he would like to do collabs soon, and if anyone wants to do it, then message him.
Okay.
And then I messaged him, but then we realized that okay, let's just wait a bit because I think I had uh, something came in, and then I didn't have time for it eventually.
Yeah.
And then we just kept talking on Instagram, and then we became friends, and yeah, then I think before we released the Fallen EP, like 2 or 3 months before that, I messaged him, "Yo, do you want to be on a song on the Pandora EP that we are going to release?" And he was down. He said, "Yeah, yeah, let's do it." And then yeah, I just sent him the song with my vocals, and
Mm.
then his part obviously were instrumental, so he could, you know, add his own stuff. And yeah, he did it, and then I was again blown away, like, yo, holy shit,
Yeah.
this is the same guy on my track
Yeah.
that like a year ago I was blown away by. Holy
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's as simple as
yeah,
you said, reaching out. Like you were so interested in them in their music, you found them because you wanted to explore more deathcore, and then you just reached out, and then you start communicating as like normal friends. You kind of broke the ice there, and then yeah, for you to be like, hey, can you jump on my song? And he's like, yeah, definitely, mate. It's a feeling. I think an artist or like especially when you look up to someone, you just can't describe. Like it's so cool to not just interact with them, but to also have them on your song, that's gonna be there forever. No,
Yeah,
no, no one can take that away. Like that's there.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
yeah, unbelievable, man. So well done to you. Well done, man.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, also I had a collab on the Ervin V album, which yeah, it's track 5 called "To My Soul," and it has 508 Kenji on that track.
Okay.
It's basically a 2000s kind of love pop song thing, but not the soft kind of thing. It's more of the dancier songs, you know.
Fair.
And yeah, that was also a very funny story because me and Kenji we met in like 2020, I would
Mm.
say, so like 5 years ago. And at that time, more, I was into rapping more,
Okay.
and I basically only released rap songs at that time. I didn't have anything else, I think. And yeah, I had so mo most people knew me as like a rapper, I would say.
Okay.
And and he's also he's a very crazy rapper actually. He's very ta super talented. He he has a lot of very good double entendres and stuff, and
Mm.
speed also, and his voice or tone is also very good.
Mm.
And so that's why it's kind of funny because we were talking about doing a song together for like 5 years now.
Mm.
We never had the chance to make it, and something always got, you know, in front of us, or yeah. And but yeah, when I was doing the album and then I had that track done, I was like, okay, but actually a feature would be great on this song. And then, yeah, I just reached out to him if he wants to do a verse. And I was expecting him to rap, you know. I was like, okay, he will obviously rap here because
Yeah.
he's more a rapper than a singer. And then when I got it back, got his verse and he was singing on it, I was like, yo, this will be crazy. Like most people know both of us as uh like older fans and people who know us way from 2020.
Mm.
They would think that, yo, Kenji and Erwin together, this is gonna be a rapper banger or something, and then it's a love pop song. It's it's a pretty funny thing.
Oh,
Something
that.
you wouldn't, yeah.
No, carry on. Carry on.
I just want to say it's something that you wouldn't expect from us too, you know.
Yeah, 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 fair. Oh, that's sick though. That's cool that you guys are like still like friends, still like together and like building music together. You know what I mean? Like it's a connection and obviously it's just something that you can it's something within history. And then yeah, you finally make a song like you finally make a song. It's glad that it finally happened and after all the barriers that kept on getting in the way. That's sick, man. I think that's quite like a nice like childhood kind of like friendship thing that blossoms and then you finally create music together and your careers are like slowly picking up and picking up and picking up. That's amazing, man. So I'm glad that's obviously
Yeah.
like worked out for you. Do you think there's going to be opportunity like where you can reach out to other people and collab in 2025, or do you think right now you just want to focus on like heart like perfecting your solo not solo career but you perfecting you as an artist and like you perfecting the bands that you're currently in?
Yeah, I do have some plans on having collabs. I am I'm not sure if I will do any collab that is not my song, you know, it's me on their song. I
Fair.
don't know if that will happen because I turn most features down
Mm.
because uh, I only do it if they ask me to do a perfect, not perfect, there are no perfect songs, but a song that I find super strong.
Mm.
And I don't really get like I get a lot of like requests to do this and that, but yeah, I don't really want to do a song that I'm not entirely feeling, you know.
Mm.
And but yeah, me having people on my tracks are definitely in the plans because you know I told you I started working on the next album.
Yes.
Not yeah, working and arranging and planning the album, I already have a few ideas in my mind where I would like this or that to be on this track. I won't say any certain things because if it doesn't happen, then I
Yeah.
don't want that to,
Yeah.
be in the air. But I do have plans for, I think, the Ervin V album, like three people I have in mind that I want to do a song with.
Mm.
And but with Pandora or Komodo, I don't really have any plans for that, no.
Okay.
Because
No.
with Komodo, I think it's, I don't know, it just wouldn't fit to have
Mm.
a collab, I guess. And with Pandora, we are working on a album, and that I think that will be just us, the album.
Cool.
We if Yeah, if we wanna have like a collab, I think that would be more of a single kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah, fair. That's nice. Now, I'm glad you got stuff in the woodworks. I'm glad you got things obviously progressing. It sounds like everything's promising. It seems like 2025 is going to be even stronger for you than it is in 2024. Just to wrap a few things up, then with your whole experience in 2024 and how you've like performed like during live performances and how like you've just like as you mentioned the collabs, your whole like work ethics and how you're just not resting. Like with your experience with performing live, have you had a chance to expand that with further locations? So what I mean is like, have you had a chance to like perform further around Hungary, or would you ever want to consider taking that up? Well, if you have, would you ever want to consider taking that opportunity outside of Hungary and like actually going a bit more further? So the question is like, have you had a chance to perform more around your country instead of like just around your city? And if you have performed around your country, would you want to go outside of your country like one day, whether it might be 2025 or like 2026 or in the future?
Yeah, definitely. Uh, in 2024, uh, we had played way more shows than 23, obviously,
Yeah, as you
and which
mentioned, yeah.
means, yeah, and that also means that we played more around Hungary, more
Nice.
places, more cities, more everything, and
Nice.
uh, and yeah, with Pandora until now, to this point, we only had played in Budapest, which is the uh, and we would now we are starting to get out of the city. So in February, we will have our first show that is not Budapest, so that is very cool. And with Komodo, we already had a lot of shows out of the city, so that's
Nice.
that's that's cool. And also to answer your other question, uh, this year, so 25, in the summer, we will play out of Hungary in I think a Slovakian festival.
Hey.
I think it's Slovakia. I think, yeah. So that's something very cool. And I don't know, some of my band members were hinting that we might play more out of Hungary, something else. I don't quite know anything yet, any
Mm.
certainties yet, but we might, yeah.
Nice. With the
And
one with it. Sorry, carry on. No,
that's
carry on,
super
bro.
that's just super exciting. Yeah,
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 of course.
yeah.
The one in Slovakia, who's that going to be? Is that with Pandora Curse or is that with the Komodo band?
Komodo. Yeah, Komodo.
Nice, nice. That's exciting. That's so exciting. So doors are now opening. It's great that you had the chance to not just perform in Budapest, but different places around your country, which is great. That's what you want to kind of get used to. You want to get used to performing around your country, so that more people are aware of you. So then your country comes a bit more recognized with your band and who you are as an artist. And then the doors open for 2025, as you said, if with the Slovakia Festival, and then more opportunities will just happen. You never know how far it can go, which is exciting. Then yeah, the final question I've got for you is just you kind of probably answered it already in a way. It's just what's your next steps for 2025? So We've discussed how much you've achieved and your work ethics and like the releases you've done all for 2024. My personal opinion, I feel like you're actually now beginning like the footsteps, and it's just picking up, and eventually you just got to wait for it to just fly off like a rocket. But without revealing so much, but I feel like you've answered this out through the whole interview. It's just, what's your plans for 2025? Like, what have you got next?
Well, my biggest plan is already done. Because
Yes,
my
yes,
biggest
the
plan
album.
was, well, no.
Oh,
That's my second biggest. My
oh, okay.
biggest plan was to have a blonde hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's already a success because I have blonde hair now.
Okay,
And
let's go.
no, but jokes aside, yeah, more music, more shows, and yeah, maybe getting more out of Hungary would be a great thing. But I don't have any, more anything special planned for this year yet. I uh, I have plans that I want to release like 3, 4 singles of my next Ervin V album,
Mm,
and then hopefully that album will be next year if I can finish and get it done by next year. I don't know yet. With Pandora, we want to focus a lot on the album that we are currently writing, and I don't know what we have not discussed the plan yet for that album, so we might release it the end of this year or next year.
mm,
But I would say next year because we have not released a single of the album yet, so I think it will be a lot of time to have the Pandora album come out.
mm.
But it we are already writing it, so it's in the works. And
Nice.
Komodo also just new music, new everything basically. Komodo we don't really have an album planned. We with Komodo we are just writing and we want to release singles with them. It's not really an album or EP kind of thing. We just write a song and then put it out with a music video or not. And yeah, it's more of Pandora and Erwin V where albums are planned.
Mm,
And shows, well, shows are with all projects. We obviously want to play more shows. With Erwin V, I have a show in February, which is like 2, 3 weeks from now, I guess.
like a solo
And
show?
yeah.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah, but after that, I want to have because I already had a show as Erwin V like 2 weeks ago from now,
Nice.
and after these two, I want to have a rest with the Erwin V shows, and because I have big plans for that project to
Mm,
have concerts, but that will take a lot of preparation and practice and stuff because I don't want to get into details because
that's fine.
I can't put detail into the world right now. But I have crazy plans for that project,
Nice.
which I which I hope I think it will be 26 more rather than 25 for it to get done. But I think I will we will start preparing in 25.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Mate, it's been a pleasure like speaking with you. Like the growth you've had is ridiculous. What you've achieved so far in 2024, it just sounds like 2025 is just going to be even stronger, as I said. I hope the new album and the works for both, so yourself as well as Pandora Cars, gets well. I hope the process is like goes exactly where you need it to go, and when it does come out, it's going to be flipping fantastic. Your Komodo band, I hope everything works out with the Slakia vest. As Slakia, I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but the Slovakia fest. I hope that goes fantastic. And like who you are as an artist, man, it just seems like it's just working for you. You're so, as I keep on saying, and I think this surprises me the most is only because I find it one of the most unique things. It's just your support circle is just fantastic, and like the people that really mess with you. through your music and like your band. It just seems like it's just a beautiful thing to see, man. So just keep smashing
Yeah.
it, keep doing you. And I think I don't even think it will happen one day. It's all about a matter of when. But yeah, it's been a massive pleasure, Irvin. Guys, if you want to know anything about his updates and obviously anything about his career going forward in 2025, especially the songs and albums and EPs we've discussed about, people links in the description. I'm going to link all of his socials. I'm obviously going to link the previous interview we originally had. But yeah, I'm gonna link everything if I can do, I should do, in the description. So go check it out. Go support this young brother, especially Hungarian people. This is a Hungarian artist. Yeah, guys, if you do check out this interview, please check out him and definitely go support Irvin. But yeah, it's been a massive pleasure. I'm over and out. I'm Kyrie with Irvin. Peace, everyone.